My name is Jorid Vale. I run this place and I work here for payment. 70% of my work is here. And my husband say I work here 100% voluntary. So I work about 200% during a year.
How many years have you worked here? How long?
For pay, I've been voluntary here since the very beginning of this place because this man who gave this as a museum, he was the cousin of my grandmother. So I knew him and I remember him coming visiting us and always have stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So when he died in 1975, then I was 21 and I was here then working volunteer and tried to clean it and make the first exhibition here. But then I studied for many years and I come back to this, I'm in private. I also run a farm, a plum farm, the biggest one in Norway.
Ooh.
With 16,500 trees.
Wow.
So the plums is from my private farm. We have picked 120,000 kilo this year. To all over Norway, but that's another thing. That's another story.
Okay.
But I work here as a voluntary many years. But the last 13 years, I've been 70% of my work in this community is on this farm, and in my description, what do you call it? Yeah, for what I shall. The main thing, I'm a teacher as a profession and a music teacher. And the main thing is to make people feel good, or also make exhibitions and arrangement. That's experience. That is the main thing, to give people in all ages experience.
And you certainly do that. It's been absolutely fabulous. What sort of changes have you seen here, maybe in the past year? You know, have there been changes, or have you kept?
After I started to work here 13 years ago, I have one very good man before me. He retired when he was 70, and then he asked the community, said that when I retire, you have to get Jorid to work here. So I was asked to work here,
Okay.
and he was. What you call it? He was a natural. He was a part of this culture. He make national costumes for men,
Okay.
and he also was a teacher in folk dance and a very good storyteller. But he was not a writing person. He had all the history in his mind.
Okay.
So my first work was trying to get in contact what he know, and then I see that at that time many old people use this place, but during these last 13 years we have lots of families coming here, and the community, they would like me to use my my profession as a teacher. Yes. To have to teach young people how the old way, the culture, the traditional culture. So we have the last year. Norway, we have more than 10,000 people using this place during 1 year, and that's quite a lot. Wow. In this small area, because it don't live many people here. In this community we are a little bit more than 3,000 people, and in Bø, the neighborhood, there are 6,000.
Right.
So it's not many, but I think especially that I am a part of the cultural school.
Yes, university.
Yes, and I also have contact with the university. So many of the students coming here. 2 years ago, I have 2 students from Eastern Europe in the Erasmus program.
Oh, yes.
They was living here and working for me, and I didn't pay them, but I give them
knowledge.
Yes, and I get their food, and stay, and I work for the summertime. So and many of the students, we have this agriculture, nature, or many of these studies that go on tourism and nature and ecologic, all these things. We have groups coming here.
Okay.
but also during the week there are four days a week, like in the song, 4 days a week we have groups that use the place for their activities.
Okay.
And that's important to keep the houses and to have the heat on, and it's folk dance for small kids, for a little bit young older, and for youth and for old people, from on every Thursday from 5:30 to 9:30. They're dancing all this time, and we have broderie girls sitting here on Wednesday. We have yoga on the Thursday, and Monday we have course in making the men's costumes
as well.
and we have other different groups that use this place for their activities, but that's more in the season. We have one group that make beer 3 or 4 times during the year, all the way outside. We have one group that take care of that herb things, garden thing. We also have a group from with the agriculture in this area that for new people from other countries growing their own vegetables on our land. And we also have in the forest here we have it's a place for rehabilitation of young people with drug problems. They rent the land for their houses, for the place. So every year we get some money rent for them, and we also have some project with them. Last summer they took them not paint, but they took you see the old house outside with that stuff you can make out of wood, the natural, we call it tjäre. It smells very well, and it preserves the wood, the brown one. Then they made that out of the forest where they live, and they come here and put it on the wall, and we make nice food for them, and they was baking their own bread and so on. So we try to, you can see very many different groups of people use this place, and it's important that not only the old people that want to dance folk dance and go in this costume, but also young people.
And do you have individual tourists come here?
Yes.
You do?
In the summertime it's open every day from the middle of June till the first part of August. And then they come from 12 to 5. It's open, and we have young people guiding and making food, and they can buy just like this.
And do you have any future developments here that you have planned?
We have planned. You see, we have moved several houses to this place before, and that was. It was many houses here at the head, but some special houses have been moved to this place. So we have planned now to try to get a big house that was made for young people to. It was built some years ago, and it can't stand where it is, and we try to get it here. But underneath, we want to make a modern cellar to where it can be no fire, and where we can study old papers, and we try to make. We try to make a big study room, and where we can keep old things.
So they're preserved.
Yes.
And not too hot.
Yes. So that's a new thing.
So it's we would call that an archive room.
Yes, archive room. Yes. Okay. And we also have started to make a historical apple garden. Because we are in the fruit district, and now it's very modern fruit they grow, but this is as a historical farm. We would like to take care of the all type of apples that is not usable for production, normal production, but that has a lot of memories for people. So we would like to make a garden with 1 tree of each of these old apples that still can give us the taste and the smell of old time. And we have started, so we have we have 15 different trees now, but we would like to make that bigger.
Jorid, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you so much. That was all.
And very nice to have you here, and you're so welcome back.
Well, we
Thank you
very
for
much
everything. It's
enjoyed
been
it.
amazing.